Hello, everybody. Hey, Stan and Astroduck and Max. Astrolot. Hello, everybody. How does the sun look? Lots of flares and sunspots going on. We got a close-up view. It's very wobbly, though, so seeing conditions are not great. You know, when the sun is wobbly, that means the atmosphere is shaking around a lot. How's my sound, by the way? Everything good? Looks hot. I'm using a mono camera. That's why it's in black and white. In fact, let me change. Let me change this real quick here. I'm using a telescope is a Explorer Scientific AR-102 ASI 174mm DayStar what do you call that? DayStar Quark. Oops. That's kind of small. I'll put it right there. This is the area I captured the other day, and I made a time lapse. Hi, everybody. Am I getting a cold? It's getting worse for me. My allergies are coming and going. This time of year, I feel lousy. But next month, I actually have an appointment to get they're going to test me for everything, all the allergies. Though it's not a cold, it's just this time of year again. I get hit a few times a year where I'm all congested. Does it look like I'm in focus? Spring is always your sick day. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I was going to have it earlier this month. You won't believe it. The appointment was on April 8th, 3 p.m., the maximum of the solar eclipse. I'm like, I can't believe that. So I had to postpone it. What timing? I didn't think about that when I made the original appointment. Oh, you know what I have to do is I have to make flats. I didn't make flats yet. Thank you, Sarah. Right, he'd back out too. I got to make flats because I can see when I move the sun around, you can definitely see that there's some you look at there. You can see dirt on my lens right there. When I move the sun around, that's not a sunspot. That's dirt. So I'm going to create some flats to remove the dirt. Give me 1 second. Oh, look at that. There's lots of cool stuff on the sun today. I'm going to go to try and find an area where there's no activity, but that's kind of hard. There's activity everywhere. You know what? This is probably the best I can do. I'm going to, okay, now bear with me. I got to take the sun out of focus, and I'm going to create flat frames. And that will clear up the interference and the dust spots. Yeah, the surface is really busy. I'm glad I made a time lapse the other day because even 30 minutes of the sun shows a lot going on. Okay, let me see here. All right, now I'm gonna create flats. And I like the curve to be on the other side of the histogram here. Let me get right about there. I think is good. All right, I'm going to create 500 frames. And then the sun will be all the blemishes. See, you can see when I do this, there's the dust speck here, there's the dust speck here, there's the dust speck here. But after you create flats, and I can see little blemishes here, after you create the flats, the dust specks will be washed out. It's like magic. And you're going to get a clean screen. See that? They just disappeared. Isn't that amazing? Now I got to bring the sun back in focus. Lunar eclipse. Now you're called solar eclipse. Hello, ciao. I'm getting the sun back in focus, everyone. Bear with me here. Oof, that looks good. A little too much there. And let's turn up the exposure a little bit. Add some contrast to our visual here. Go away. All right, now we've got now we can see sunspots and flares, and the sun looks very clean. And this is the outside view. There's my telescope. I put my little surveillance on the ground, but the sun is so high up we can't even see the sun. Come on, where are you? That one. I don't know if I should create another time lapse. All these flares changed pretty quickly. That over time, you can see them within a few minutes. It might look very different. Should I stay on this area, or should we just examine and go around the sun a little bit? Oh, why do I use old SharpCap version? Because I didn't know there was a 4.1. What's the advantage of 4.1? Now I'm curious. It does work. That's right, Stan. Is there any great new feature in 4.1? Because I just renewed my license, so I should be entitled to get the 4.1. I just renewed it a couple weeks ago for the following 12 months. In fact, I'm surprised I didn't get a notification about 4.1. Hey, Stan, while you're here, I was going to ask you about something. You mentioned before... Hello, Dan. Planetary stacking. Oh, how you doing, Stan? Or Dan, not Stan. Always good to see Dan here. Dan is the ultimate comet capturer. I think he's the best in the world at capturing comets. It's always an honor to have Dan on my stream. Stan, I wanted to ask you. You said there's a way to actually track on the sun, so I don't. So I never have to adjust it. If I walked away and I was capturing, I see a tracking button here, and I tried it before. That didn't work for me. So if I want the sun to stay still while I'm capturing, how do I do that? Please tell me. See, it says tracking, and there's a little solar icon. Boy, that looks really crisp right now. It looks like I have it set already. Okay. Well, I bet you my setup needs to be polar aligned a little better than it is right now, because I can see the sun drifting away. Like if I put my mouse on that sunspot, I can tell that sun is going to slowly drift away from it. And you said you didn't even have to make any corrections, huh? Oh, that's what I was wondering. If I can change the rate to track. If I click on setup, this setup. I'm running on a slow computer upstairs, so I don't know how well this is going to work. It looked like when I clicked on setup, it just froze everything. Oh, boy. Not good. What did I just do? I'm going to close it. It looks like, oh, and now it came back. Yeah. That's what I get for listening to Stan. Click setup, Chuck. Let me make sure I've got it's still pointing at my flats. Okay. I stopped the sun. Add some contrast. Let's cruise around the sun. Now, the only thing is, it's kind of weird because I'm live streaming on this computer, but I'm actually capturing the sun on my upstairs computer. So I don't know how, by the time this quality gets to you, I don't know how good it is on the stream. I'm going to try and adjust the focus just a little. Take it out of focus. God dang it. Where are you? Not that. Voyager. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. just above where it says setup, change that to a faster number. I was wondering about that. But 16 is pretty fast. Should I change it to 1? Let's see. I'm going to put my mouse on the sunspot and we'll see if that makes a difference. Because when I'm trying to create a bunch of images for a time lapse, the sun drifts away. And I can see it. I can see it already drifting away. It's drifting away from the mouse. You see that? Try different numbers. 2 is pretty fast. It will fly away if I, let's see. I got it on 2. I put the mouse right there. Let's see if it drifts away. Maybe I just need to be better polar aligned. Yeah, it still drifts away. I probably need to... Stan, when it was working for you, were you polar aligned with your setup? Yeah, I don't think changing numbers is going to make much difference. Oh, you were polar aligned. That would probably help. Let's move around the sun and see what else is on it. There's like sunspots everywhere. They got filaments here. My camera, my webcam is not tracking me. Hang on here. Oh, there it goes. Now you see me? Okay. That atmospheric corrector? Yeah, you're talking about I don't even know what I'm supposed to... But it's only a 1.25 inch. But I don't think that would matter. Sometimes the sun is not wobbly. This is definitely where the most activity is happening. But I already captured this in a time lapse the other day. So I'm not going to do that again. Oh, I like this area though. Not that. For some reason, this looks like it's ready to explode. No, I'm kidding. The sun is a mighty heat. Yes, indeed. Hey, thank you for joining, Pete. I appreciate that. I'm debating, though, if I should take out my telescopes for deep sky tonight. It's going to be clear, but the moon is 96%. And all the narrowband targets are not around tonight. So I don't know if I should even bother. I'm debating. Do you guys want to see what's on the edge of the sun? Let's crank up the exposure here. Thank you, Michael. Let me see. Oh, we got some clouds rolling in. Let me take a look at my surveillance again. Just partly cloudy. I can't really see above there. Well, we gotta wait till we get past these clouds. They're messing me up. Okay, I think they're gone. I know there was some pretty high prominences, well, earlier. Let's just keep going around the sun here. Looking around the edge. I don't see anything right now. Oh, there's something going on here. Whoa, look at that. Definitely some cool activity there. You see that? Let's keep joining. I mean, let's keep. Let's keep. I looked at Pete and I said, "Let's keep joining." I mean, let's keep going around the sun. Okay, we got a little bit going on there. A little bit is many Earths high. When I say a little bit, it's not a little bit, relatively speaking. But if you compare it to Earth, that's many Earths high. Oh, look at that one. Ooh. Stan. Thank you, Stan. That's very generous of you. Thank you for gifting all those memberships. What a good guy. 10 memberships. Thank you, Stan. I appreciate that. More people get gifted that are actually watching the stream. That's the problem. That was very generous. Thank you, Stan. Oh. Okay, I think we've seen everything on the rim. Let's go back to the surface. Yeah, get more people interested. Let's add some contrast. This area here just looks very interesting with those flares. I wonder if I should do a time lapse on that area there. Well, that's the thing is when you do a time lapse, you kind of hope something happens within the hour. I don't know. I don't think any. I just have a feeling this one's not going to do anything for a while, even though I see flares. Let's go back to that busy area. This is a very live view of the sun. This is the real deal. And I'm running at 103 frames per second. So, yeah, we're looking at flares and sunspots right now on the sun. Although it takes 8 minutes to arrive from the sun. What camera am I using? I am using the ZWO ASI 174mm. I put it up here. Oops. Yeah. This is definitely the most interesting area right now. Lots of sunspots, lots of white hot flares, about 20 million degrees on the sun right there. I already captured this a couple days ago, although it's not, obviously looks different right now. Seeing conditions are not great right now because when the sun is really wavy like that, that means the atmosphere is going a little wobbly on me. That's why the sun is shaking so much. Oh, that's going to be so cool, Stan. I added a fourth surveillance camera. I got one in the garage. I got one outside, one in the garage. I mounted one to the porch, and this one points at the back door. Oh, more clouds. One step closer to the remote observatory. Did solar storms come to Earth? Sometimes they have an impact on us. I don't know if these had any impact on us. There's some clouds rolling in. Right, the northern lights. Although there have been some notable big impacts that have affected our power. But those are far few between. Far and few in between. Yeah, it does look like letters. I see my name. CHUCK. Chuck. I see my name. Just for me. See, if I were imaging right now, this would really piss me off. Clouds are my enemy. But I'm not capturing, I'm just browsing today. Yeah, they can impact satellites. Uh, Let me take a look at the surveillance again. Where is this? That one. And there's not that many clouds. Well, there's enough cloud now. The sun is completely blocked. We'll get the sun back soon. If I turn up the exposure, I bet we'll see something. Wow, nothing. What? Where did it... Yeah, you can see it's really... We're covered in shade right now. And 93 people watching shade. Oh, here it comes. It's coming back. There's a bird sitting on my objective. Solar flares are so cool right now. If we can get past the clouds. I'm going to go outside and take a look real quick. I'm just going to look at the back door. There's hardly any clouds out there. I think the only clouds right now are the ones that my telescope is pointing at. Hey, Claudio. Jay the Street Preacher. That's a cool name. Gone like a fart in the wind. If you're just joining us, the sun is hiding on us behind a cloud. Hey, now we see something. That is a big flare right there. I'm wondering now if I should try and do a time lapse. These are, see the white hot flares? Those are 20 million degrees Fahrenheit. Hello. This is going to change very quickly. You'll see. It's probably going to disappear. Yeah, I kind of did a similar time lapse of this area already a couple days ago, so I think I'm just going to watch visually for now. I don't think I need to do another time lapse of this area. Burn your finger. Yeah. Excuse me. You know, come to think of it, I haven't heard much from the James Webb either. I wonder what they're doing with it right now. You learn a lot. Excellent, Jose. Glad to hear it. Maybe I'll capture just a couple. I'll capture a few of them, just in case something happens. You see, it's seeing conditions are terrible. That's why the sun is so bubbly. The atmosphere right now is really shaking. Normally, this would be steady as a rock. Well, not normally, but the atmosphere is always going to have some impact, but today it's worse than usual. Each white area is a flare. All the white areas are solar flares. These dark spots are obviously, those are sunspots. The sun is twerking. Yeah, but in the wintertime, I can't even do the sun because the quark, the solar filter I use itself has to be run in 40 degrees Fahrenheit or more. And plus the sun is so low in the wintertime, I have a very poor view of it. So I don't have much choice to have to do it. It's always nice when you can see the edge of the sun for some perspective. No, this doesn't happen every day. I don't usually see this much activity. Well, we were in a solar minimum for a long time. Now we're out of that minimum, so But I never see flares like this that are always on the sun every day. This is a really cool time to be looking at the sun. I remember about 5 years ago, there was about a 9 month stretch where there was not even a sunspot on the sun. And now that we see sunspots every day, and we see flares almost every day. There's sunspots all over the place. Oh, you're 75% blind. I'm very hard of hearing myself. I'm probably going to get hearing aids. I got to go for an appointment at the end of the month. I went for a hearing test, and they do all these tests, and they say, yeah, your hearing is severe, you have severe hearing loss. This is, but if we turn up the volume all the way, or just turn up the volume, you hear 100%. Gee, thanks. So all you're saying is I need hearing aids with the sound turned up? Did I really need a doctor to tell me that? Really? Thank you. So I want to get hearing aids that are the least noticeable. I don't really know if I'm going to wear them. I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn when it comes to that. I don't want people seeing my hearing aids. I feel old. I can hear just fine if someone is standing next to me having a normal conversation. Just don't whisper. I have trouble with whispering. And they're very noticeable. Yeah, that's the problem. That's what I was saying earlier, Pete. I see my name. I see C H, I see a U, a C K. Here's a K right there. Here's a C U. I swear I see my name. I'm going to capture this. I'm on the sun. Yeah, the sun has finally given me some recognition. This is for you, Chuck. This is actually kind of shocking how long these solar flares are lasting. Usually solar flares come and go, but these big white areas are staying. I'm just not used to that. The sun is very active. So I don't know if I should take out my Hello, Bill. I don't know if I should take out my telescopes tonight because the moon is 96%. And there's no narrowband targets in view tonight. And the moon is just going to mess me up if I try to do galaxies. The moon is, if you don't know, the moon at 96% washes out a lot of deep sky targets. It's too bright. I could do a live stream on the moon. Maybe I'll probably take out my telescope and live stream for members. I don't want to live stream for the general public tonight because I don't think there's a whole lot to see tonight for the general, but maybe I'll do it for members. What I'm doing is I'm postponing processing of my galaxies because the data looks like it's so difficult to work with. I don't know if I want to process that or just do some imaging tonight. I fear some of the data I have to work with. My narrowband data is usually great, but my galaxy data suffers from light pollution. That M81 was with the L Extreme? I thought the L Extreme was for narrowband data. You picked up a lot of the galaxy with that filter, Stan. This looks really cool right now. I think I'll take out one telescope tonight. And maybe I'll live stream for the general public again, if there's anything to see. I'll think about it. Oh my gosh, I had top chat turned on. I missed a lot of comments. Sorry about that. Oh, you're going to buy your Quark, Jake. Awesome. YouTube is so stupid. They don't default to the chat to everybody. They say, no, you're only going to see the most important chat. Why would you do that? I want to see everybody's chat. More clouds. You guys see this? The Amazon Echo 15-inch behind me? It's a piece of crap. I wish I didn't buy it. But now I got it mounted to the wall. I gave it a really bad review on Amazon. It is so sluggish for the multi-touch. It raffle. There's not enough widgets. It's hardly customizable. For a 15-inch, I would have expected a lot more from Amazon. You know, I gave it a bad review. It's almost shocking how bad this piece of crap is. But now that I've got it mounted to the wall already, what can I do? I don't want to send it back. I paid $300 for the mount. It just seemed like a good idea at the time. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? You just bought a Quark from, what do you call that? I know they got the big convention going on. Do you call it NEAF or do you call it NEAF? Do people spell it out or they call it NEAF? But so you were there, huh? I never go to it. I figure, you know, people do such a good job of making videos and showing all the products. Why do I need to attend? Oh, look at this. I didn't see this before. Look at this flare right here. Keep your eye on that one. That's really opening up. That's cool. You're going to have a lot of fun with your Quark. This wasn't there before, was it? These big flares here? You're looking to get yeah, that's a tough one. You want to see the sun and the planets? You know, for the planets, I would recommend something with at least 8 inches, like maybe a Schmidt-Cassegrain or a Newtonian telescope. But are those best for looking at the sun? You'd have to buy additional equipment. I mean, what's your price range? The sun and the planets are two different animals. Well, in the United States, the Quark is about $1,200, right? I know. I sent a message to DayStar. Hey, would you like me to review your Quark? And they sent me one for free. And they sent me a return shipping label so I could send it back after I reviewed it. And I never sent it back. I just kept it. Sorry, DayStar. I like it so much I'm not giving it back. And they never asked for it back. Yeah, Celestron makes very good, like a Schmidt-Cassegrain from Celestron, like a Nexstar 8SE. Nexstar 8SE. That's what I have, which would be a pretty good scope for seeing the planets. Now, can you convert that into solar? I've never tried to do a mirror telescope with solar, so I'm not an expert with that. I have a Nexstar 8SE, and I thought, you know, it gives a pretty good view of the planets. These are really big flares right now. I'm looking at this area right here. I wish I had been capturing it now. That would have been a good time lapse. The 8-inch edge works great for planets. Yes. It's a little more expensive, but yes, the 8-inch edge, that's also by Celestron. The 8-inch edge would come with a more expensive mount too, by the way. Right. You can see sunspots, but you're not going to see the granules, right, Stan? You're not going to see this kind of detail with that, with just solar film or a solar filter, right? You would need a heated quark. Hello, Logan. Right, just visible light. Right. 12.95. Oh, you're gonna post it in Discord. Cool. Oh, here comes some clouds. Oh, it logged me out. I don't know my ID and password. I can't go into Discord yet. I'd have to go find my ID and password. Crap. We'll see it another time, Logan. Oh, what happened here? Yeah, clouds. You can see it's shady outside right now. Boo! Well, you know what? We've been going for almost an hour. I had a lot of fun, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Thanks, everybody. I had a lot of fun today. It's always fun to live stream. See you later. I'll probably be live streaming for members tonight. Maybe the public. I'll see how it goes tonight. Clear skies. Enjoy your day, everybody.